Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have here three short videos where I'm going to show you BBC being again screwed up by a bold president that is smacked with facts. Remember, these guys they're not on the right side of history, but they think that the counterparts they interview don't know the facts, therefore, or they're afraid or they're corrupt. What do we have here? We have here three short videos coming from Sky News Australia. I don't know how those guys even still function. I've been watching Sky News, especially this program. From time to time they had very good reporting and they make it funny. And I have here a guy from Hard Talk from BBC. And this guy, I watched him for some time, and this is the guy right here. I watched him for some time, especially when he spoke with people that I care about, which, for instance, was Glenn Greenwald, whom this guy really got smacked, and he was just a weasel. On the other hand, I watched an interview that he conducted with Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister of the Russian Federation. Again, very rude. I'm not saying you should not ask tough questions, but it's a difference between being rude and asking tough questions and asking the questions. Now, he can be rude as much as he wants. That's within his right. But I don't see the same rudeness when he interviews his side, the weasels on his side. That tells me these guys are using a double standard. So he's going to be smacked by the Guyanan president, so the president of the country of Guyana from South America, or Latin America, as these guys sometimes call it. And the president of Guyana, he's got balls, and he's gonna smack this weasel with facts and evidence. It is about Guyana's oil. So Guyana discovered some oil offshore, and then this guy is coming and lecture them how to use it because of the fucking climate change. And the president of Guyana, who is ready and with balls, and at least it seems like he is not corrupt, he's gonna smack this weasel around with facts and evidence and tells this guy in his face, you don't lecture us. That is Great Britain or England lecture Guyana. So let's start this first part. As I said, I had three short videos from the same program coming from Sky News. So let's see how we can do this. So let's do like this, and let's start the first one with the presentation coming from this weasel.
Welcome to Hard Talk. I'm Stephen Sacker, and today I am in Guyana, South America, a country of some 800,000 people, which right now can claim to have the fastest growing economy in the world. The reason? Oil. Vast reserves of the stuff located offshore. My guest today is Guyana's president, Irfan Ali. His country's newfound oil riches have stoked tensions with neighboring Venezuela. They've also raised questions about this country's vulnerability to climate change. So, is oil really a blessing or a curse?
So it is a blessing or a curse because it's the climate change garbage these guys are pushing forward. Did you hear? So these things are linked. Resources and fastest growing economy. Russia has resources, therefore it cannot have a growing and a vibrant, strong economy. Therefore, these guys are going to destroy it through Ukraine. That was the one part of the big plan. So this is the first part of the program. I'm going to go to the second, where we're going to have the interview between the president of Guyana and this guy from Hard Talk. So let's go to the second part, which is going to be this weasel attacking this president. Ready?
Take a big picture look at what's going on here. Over the next decade, 2 decades, it is expected that there will be $150 billion worth of oil and gas extracted off your coast. It's an extraordinary figure, but think of it in practical terms. That means, according to many experts, more than 2 billion tons of carbon emissions will come from your seabed, from those reserves, and be released into the atmosphere. I don't know if you, as a head of state, went to the COP in Dubai.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right.
Let me stop you right here and give you an intellectual smack and a fact check. Why? These guys they're not on the right side of the issue, but they try to bully the other side into accepting and keeping their mouth shut through donations and through intimidation. Let's go and see how this guy is going to smack this weasel.
Do you know that Guyana has a forest forever that is the size of England and Scotland combined? A forest that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon, a forest that we have kept alive, a forest that we have kept alive.
Does that give you the right? Does that give you the right to release?
Does that give you the right to release? Yeah. Yeah. I'm an independent sovereign country. I mean, these guys are working into destroying these guys' economic development. And what gives you the right? Again, let's go to the third one, which is at 5:43. Second. All right. So ready, set, and
To lecture us on climate change. I am going to lecture you on climate change because we have kept this forest alive that stores 19.5 gigatons of carbon that you enjoy, that the world enjoy, that you don't pay us for, that you don't value, that you don't see a value in, that the people of Guyana has kept alive. Guess what? We have the lowest deforestation rate in the world.
And this is the lady, in this case, taking care of this program, and there's another older gentleman who is very smart and funny. So here it is, an ballsy president of Guyana smacking a weasel with evidence. Now you can find this interview on other media outlets, but I think it was revealing the fact that these guys are coming to lecture other countries about their development. When they had their development, these guys, were doing what? Getting their resources and using them with the Industrial Revolution, which I'm all for it. I'm all for the use of natural resources in making our lives better. But nevertheless, can we be mindful about the environment? Yes, but I don't want to turn that into a religion. And regarding climate change, we have seasons. That's an answer to the level of their statements. Oh, we have seasons. Oh my God, no, that you're dumb. No. Well, these guys pretend is a loot behind all this. The carbon emissions we're gonna be taxed on big time. When they will not have enough revenues to control us, or revenues to keep us in check, they will invent. They will probably invent of obviously how much oxygen we use based on our lung capacity. It's coming. Or they can, as I saw an article coming from Canada, I think the mayor of Toronto is contemplating a rain tax, that is, and she's trying to tax, from what I just skimmed through, based on the surface of pavement that you own. So if you have a property and you have some pavement, you pay concrete, let's say a driveway, maybe a sidewalk, you will be charged, you're going to be taxed differently than a person who has grass or something like that. So they're getting to certain idiotic things. Maybe they're going to do it with wind. So if we walk a lot, we're going to create a lot of wind. They can call it however they want. Therefore, we should not walk. We should just stay inside our houses, because the wind, the experts might tell us in the future, creates climate change. So they're going to link the wind, move of air while we walk around. Therefore, we should stay in the basement. Again, they can, losing my voice, inventing stuff to do what? Get money out of our pockets and keep us at a subsistence level. Look at how people live. They can't do almost anything. I mean, I'm talking about how many people are really free to do stuff, without saying, you know what, right now I'm going to act this way or that way, outside of work, consume, sleep, watch TV, and then what? And I'm talking about, I was about to say, I'm talking about the Western world, or industrialized, which I don't think it's anymore. Talk about the other ones. We are too busy making a living. And that doesn't give you time to think about what's going on around you. And I'm going to give you an example, a personal example. I had in my life different kind of jobs trying to make it in this great country. And you work because you need to survive and you need to take care of other people around you or far away from you. So you pick jobs just to work, and you work and work just to make it. And then working, let's say 6 hours, 16 hours a day, 12 hours a day, no weekends. You get in a state of mind that doesn't give you the inclination to sit down and philosophize or look at the news and say, okay, let's think about it. Maybe we can organize something. We can go and protest. You don't have the mindset. You're too tired. They want us in that state. And I realized in those years when I was busy making money like that, I was not at all involved with the society, with the politics. I was like, I'm too busy, I'm too tired. I was too tired to even get engaged. I was like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm busy, making a living. They want to keep us in that state. Remember, money gives you freedom to a certain extent. I mean, it is. Let's say you have $2 million or $50 million right now, and you have a job, let's say at, I'm just saying, McDonald's. You would fucking quit that, and you do whatever you want for a lot of time. And you can get engaged in certain things. You can travel the world. You can participate in, certain kind of social experiments, like it is the U.S. society right now. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. So the president of Guyana is saying that I hope that he's not going to be shut down by foreign aid, which comes in terms of International Monetary Fund or World Bank, or coming and investing and giving you money. And then if they give you money, it's earmarked with something. Shut the fuck up, do this, do this, do this. That's what they try in Europe. Somehow the European Union with the bankers and others, they give you money, but to implement certain kind of European Brussels policies. That is what? Well, you got to accept this garbage, you got to put this through your school, you got to accept this one, you got to accept this one, and then they change it to their own, however they want it. The same here with schools. Someone asked me the other day, can't remember exactly what was, why do these guys implement this kind of policies? I think it was about European Union. I said in the same way the schools here in America, if they receive grants from the federal government, the grants are earmarked with certain policies. I give you the money, you implement these policies, like diversity, equity, and inclusion, garbage like that. So the same thing in Europe. I'm gonna give you this, release you the COVID funds, Hungary, but you have to accept that there's not only two sexes. You know what I mean? Okay, you accept that and you go through school and they call it the justice system and all that, and then we're going to give you the money. So it's a bribe. Why do you allow yourself to get in that position? So I'm waiting for the president of Guyana to get to that point, maybe. And here is Guyana for you. So Guyana is in, let me show you the map. Not her. Okay, here it is in the north of Latin America or South America. Here she is. Guyana, this is Venezuela. They have a big problem over there with obviously oil. And here is the ethnic distribution per 2012. 39.8 Indian, 29.3 African, and then multiracial, indigenous, European 0.3%, and Chinese. Religion, Christian, Hinduism, Islam. So Christianity is 54, Hinduism is 31. That's very interesting. You have a lot of Indians there? Like Indian. Is that what it is? Oh my God, really? So these are Indians from India. But when I read it, I thought it was like Indians from, but I was indigenous. I was like, wait a minute. So we got the Indians, so they are 40%. And then they have Christianity, but nevertheless they have Hinduism. Islam, no religion. All right, my friends, here it is. Ballsy guy. We'll see how long it will last him. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.